Hello everybody and welcome to another video. So we just got some huge Suicide Squad news because they just released the first Suicide Squad Insider. So we're going to be breaking that whole video down and then also going over all of the other news that we have gotten. So let's go ahead and get started. Like and subscribe, and here we go. So if you didn't know, for some reason, this is in the Arkham universe. It is being made by Rocksteady.
With Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, we wanted to tell a new story. We wanted to expand the Arkhamverse. That find themselves inside Metropolis. At twice the size of Gotham City in Arkham Knight.
Twice the size. That is a huge area.
Solo, switching character members between missions while savoring each and every story twist.
Alright, so as you can see, you will be able to switch characters in between missions, not during missions. I know that's a big thing that people always want with these kinds of games. I know a big complaint with Avengers when it came out was the fact that you couldn't switch whenever you wanted.
Over the next few months, we'll be unpacking the game, answering your questions and sharing a few surprises as we move closer to our launch on February 2nd. We'll also cover how Rocksteady will continue to support the game and its players post-launch with a huge amount of free content.
Alright, so there you go. Free content will be coming, obviously. Another thing here is Savannah Industries. Dr. Savannah is a Shazam villain or Captain Marvel villain. Also, it looks like these people are like turned to ash or stone.
The squad are definitely not the best people for this job. They're the only people available.
Hey,
Alright, so only people available. That kind of implies that there aren't really any other heroes here. Now, you would think that there's a lot of Justice League people, but it seems like in this universe, there's only the 5 members: Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, and Batman. I think I may have said Batman twice, but we do know that some other characters do exist because of the Arkham games, characters like Zatanna, but it's either they're just not able to get into the city, because they did mention later on in this trailer that the Suicide Squad are the first people that have gotten into the city alive, or they just simply don't exist, or maybe they were already killed, or maybe they were transformed into their taken over forms too. Alright, so right here we do have LexCorp, but we also do have, in this very next shot, some plans. And later on in this trailer, they do mention Poison Ivy, and if you haven't played Arkham Knight, Poison Ivy is dead, but according to leaks, Poison Ivy does return in this game at some point, and is, like, revived, like, with a plant body or something, I don't know. So this may give more legitimacy to that leak, just because there is this plant right here. One thing I personally really don't like is that it seems from this trailer that whatever characters you are not playing as, so for example, the person in this recording is playing as King Shark. Everybody that's talking, it comes in over the radio, even if you're right next to them. Don't love that. That couldn't be changed before launch. Hopefully it is, because it's kind of weird when you're literal inches away from the other characters and they are talking to you on the radio. Alright, so this is the Hall of Justice. And it seems from later parts in the trailer that the Hall of Justice is kind of the base of operations for the squad for this game. And that they've kind of just taken it as a refuge for all of the people that they save, or all their equipment and stuff like that. Look, a Batman quote right here: "I have one power, I never give up." Now, also, for some people, you may not realize it, but despite the ending of Batman Arkham Knight, Batman is not dead. It's hinted at in that game that he's not dead and that he is still alive, but this game basically confirms that. It looks like here they have the older versions of the masks that Batman has worn throughout the Arkham series. That one looks like the one from Asylum and City. And that one kind of looks like the ones from Origins, though that may be wrong. Alright, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff right here. First off, we got the Bat Drone and Grapple Gun for Batman. the Nightwing Screama Sticks, Speed Force Gauntlet, Dr. Sivana, Jetpack for Gizmo, the Handkerchief of Polka Dot Man, Poison Ivy's Plant, Scarecrow's Gauntlet of Poison. That looks like the Man Bat formula, I believe. Dr. Poison's Coxswain Canister, Riddler's Hat, Merlin's Arrow, which like Green Arrow villain, Condiment King's Condiments. I can't read what these two are. If you are able to figure out what those are, let me know.
Miss you, Red.
That's what I'm talking about when I say that they kind of mention Ivy. So this is essentially where the characters get all of their traversal equipment. Harley gets the grapple gun and the bat drone, which she can swing off of and grapple to. Captain Boomerang gets the Speed Force Gauntlet, which allows him to go fast. Deadshot takes Gizmo's jetpack, and King Shark already has the ability to jump really high, so he can get anything. Also, Deathstroke mention, which she essentially is purposefully saying that it seems to get him to take the jetpack. Okay, so they essentially have a little bit of the Brainiac goop, it seems, and they kind of like electrocute it to summon the soldiers so that they can take some of them out.
There's no civilians left. Brainiacs killed them or made them into soldiers to do his bidding.
Now, it does show later in the trailer a few civilians being transformed into these things. And it supposedly, according to Green Lantern, who is controlled by Brainiac, there is no way to turn any of them back. So, no need to feel bad for shooting them, essentially.
Hey guys, thinking I should name
Here's where you can see all of them getting captured by Green Lantern.
What the player knows from our title and what the Suicide Squad is about to find out is that here, the Justice League are the bad guys. They've been corrupted by Brainiac, and over the course of the game, your mission will be to kill them.
Worse. But once you've been enhanced, there's no going back.
So, there may actually be a way to retransform him. You can't trust him. He's the bad guy. But, at least from what we know, there is no way.
Flash! Brainiac wondered how you got off the ship.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind. Let's make you right, buddy.
Alright, so, it seems that when Brainiac arrives in Metropolis, the League does go to the ship to take down Brainiac. And it seems like some of them do get away. Flash and I believe it seems like Wonder Woman also gets away. But Green Lantern, Superman, Batman seems like they do get captured. And Flash is here to help free Green Lantern. Which, from there, obviously, and the other trailers, it doesn't seem like that's actually successful because, well, he gets transformed anyways.
Boss battles we have in this game.
These are gods like Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, The Flash.
Now, they do clearly leave out Wonder Woman here. And it seems like Wonder Woman will actually be your ally throughout this game. And you will be able to help her basically defeat the Justice League. And it, according to the previous trailers, when Wonder Woman has the lasso around Flash, according to Flash, the only way to defeat them is to kill them, and that they can't be fixed or saved. So Wonder Woman may or may not help you kill them, because I don't know if she'll be okay with doing that, but she will at the very least be an ally in this, it seems.
At that point, the game really opens up. We start to see players look at their weaponry and really ask the question of, like, how am I going to kill the Justice League?
Alright, so as you can tell, the Justice League are very strong. So obviously these characters need to get upgrades throughout the game to be able to do that, to kill them. So you're going to be getting new weapons and stuff because this is a RPG game in a sense. So you're going to be getting different kinds of guns and weapons to help you do that. Now, the Penguin is in this game, and it seems like he will be a good way of getting weapons. Hey, that is... Okay, so fun fact, this isn't really related to the game. In the comics, this statue was put in Metropolis after Superman died from Doomsday. And that was one of the big major comic book deaths. And at the time, people didn't think he was coming back. And essentially, he sacrificed himself defeating Doomsday. And they put this statue in Metropolis to honor him. And they had the funeral and stuff. And then it is still in the comics, I believe. Or no? There was also New 52 in the reboot and stuff, so I don't know actually if it's still in Metropolis, but that is what that is. Whoa, looks like Green Lantern makes a gigantic fortress in part of the city with his ring, which that is huge. I did not see that the first time I watched this. So you will most likely have to raid Green Lantern's fortress, it seems. He will be kind of the first boss, it seems, maybe.
Who's the big bleeder? Think his cousin used to work for me.
So they essentially are trying to convince him. Also, Penguin mentions his King Shark's cousin working for him. He is referring to Tiny from the Arkham series at the Iceberg Lounge, which, fun Easter egg there. They essentially fail to convince him, and he shuts the gate, turns on an alarm, and Brainiac's people show up. Now, each of the characters, they do say, do have multiple different guns that they can use. So King Shark can use like assault rifles, shotguns. So you won't be stuck with the default with like Harley with just a pistol, or like Captain Boomerang right there, as he said. You can use a shotgun, sniper rifle, SMG with Boomerang.
Each character has an iconic melee attack.
It seems like they'll have at least 3 different types of guns that they can use.
Used to create what we call juggle kills, and also
as well as their iconic abilities, with Captain Boomerang having your boomerang. Right, so essentially you can do a takedown on enemies, and this will let you instantly defeat big enemies like this. So it seems like for his short-ranged attacks, instead of using a actual like punches or anything, he will use his gauntlets to shoot. Like that.
One thing we really wanted to bring into this game was a reimagined version of the Arkham counter system, and mix that with our traversal and shooter gameplay. Introducing Counter Shot. Each enemy has a different reaction to the counter shot. Some will be stunned, some will take damage, some will be interrupted and then get really annoyed. Now let's take...
So the countering stuff from the Arkham games is coming back, but depending on the type of enemy, if you interrupt their attack or counter it, essentially, different stuff will happen, it seems.
We have a job for you. Tell him, Quinn.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
So there you go. Now, it seems like they are going to be recruiting different people throughout the game. Characters like Penguin and Gizmo to upgrade them and give them new weapons and stuff so that they can take down Brainiac's army and the Justice League.
We are unstoppable.
Right, so right there, it seems like Poison Ivy is 100% alive, because what other characters can do this kind of thing, where they have a plant shoot out of the ground? Now, there is Swamp Thing and stuff, but Swamp Thing usually will only have, like, green vine stuff, not really stuff like this. So, in my opinion, Poison Ivy is going to be in the game. I don't think she'll be playable, at least not at launch, but it seems she will be there. Now, the game does release February 2nd, and if you pre-order the game, you will get the classic outfits. Harley's from Arkham Knight is here, as well as Deadshot's, Captain Boomerang's, and gosh, that is amazing for King Shark. But these are all basically their first appearance outfits or early appearances. Love the Deadshot one. There are 2 different editions for the game. There is a deluxe edition as well as a normal edition, and with the normal edition, if you just get the game, as well as if you pre-order, you get the classic outfits like shown before and the rogue outfits. I don't believe that they have shown what the rogue outfits are, but that is for PS5 digital only. Now, with the deluxe edition, you will get the full game, Justice League themed outfits, which we have seen glimpses of in the previous trailers. The 3 Black Mask Notorious weapons. These seems to be what would be your legendary or very high power weapons, like the most powerful ones. The Squad Gold's weapon dolls, I'm assuming, is going to be just like little decorations for your weapons. The 1 Battle Pass token, there will be Battle Passes released. Battle Pass tokens is redeemable for premium Battle Pass access seasons 1 through 4. So you'll be able to use this token for any of the first 4 Battle Passes. Any other ones, it seems like you will not be able to do. It does also mention they can discontinue online stuff. That's not anything to worry about. They say that with anything, even games like Fortnite, they say, hey, we can end this whenever we want. Now, early access starting January 30th. Now, you may be like, what? What does that mean? Well, you do get 72-hour early launch access with the Deluxe Edition. So you will get the game early if you do purchase this version of the game. Now, it also does mention no shade color swatches with the digital only edition, but I'm not exactly sure what that means. That is not the only news we've gotten because, all right, so now if you go to the actual like Twitter, here we can see what these suits look like. Okay, so Deadshot has a Batman themed outfit, the Justice League outfit. Harley has a Wonder Woman one, and King Shark has a Superman one. We've seen both Shark's and Harley Quinn's outfits, and Deadshot will have a Flash outfit. Very cool outfits, love those. Right here you can also see no shade color swatches. Still have no clue what this means. I wonder if this is like their icons for in the game. They like are just like non-colored in, just like a decoration. And also you can see here what the weapon dolls will look like. So I believe that these will just like kind of hang off of the weapons, kind of like how you can see this skull right here, just like hanging off the weapon and, you know, like how they have in games like Apex Legends and stuff like that. If you pre-order the digital version on PlayStation 5, you'll receive 4 Rogue outfits. Now, since they are doing these specific outfits for the PlayStation 5 version, I would suggest getting the PS5 one if you have the choice. I would not be surprised if with future updates, they also have exclusive outfits for new characters as well. Now, that is all of the news that we have gotten for the Suicide Squad game today, but it seems like this is going to be a reoccurring thing with these new videos. So I will be doing breakdowns for all of them. If you want to continue seeing them from me, you know, just leave a like, subscribe, and I will continue doing that. What are your thoughts on the game? Comment below, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.